Right now, your cells are making a critical decision: repair themselves completely or slowly begin falling apart. There is an ancient system buried deep inside you. Most people have absolutely no idea it even exists. It runs silently, invisibly, beneath every breath you take. Scientists spent decades completely overlooking this remarkable biological process. Then one quiet discovery changed everything we thought we knew. This system is called autophagy, and it saves lives. The word itself literally translates to the act of self-eating. That sounds terrifying at first, but it is beautiful. Imagine tiny molecular crews moving through every single cell. They identify broken parts, dissolve them, and rebuild everything. Destruction and creation happening simultaneously inside your living body. It is one of evolution's most elegant survival inventions. For most of medical history, nobody paid this attention. Cells seemed to simply work, and nobody asked why. Then a Japanese cell biologist changed the entire conversation. His name was Yoshinori Ohsumi, and he was curious. He worked in a modest lab studying simple yeast cells. One day, he decided to deliberately starve those cells. He removed all available nutrients and simply waited patiently. What happened next had never been properly documented before. Tiny bubble-like structures appeared inside the starving yeast cells. These structures began swallowing the cell's own damaged components. The cells were quite literally digesting themselves to survive. They were not dying, they were strategically cleaning house. Ohsumi stared at his microscope and understood something enormous. This was not random cellular chaos playing out randomly. This was a precise, ancient biological recycling program activating. He published his findings, and the scientific world took notice. In 2016, Yoshinori Ohsumi received the Nobel Prize in medicine. His discovery cracked open an entirely new field of research. Scientists soon discovered that human cells do the exact same thing. And more importantly, you can switch this system on deliberately. The trigger is shockingly simple. You just stop eating. For a specific number of hours, you abstain from food, and your body begins one of its deepest repair processes. So the million-dollar question is very straightforward to ask. How many hours without food actually triggers meaningful autophagy? The answer is far more layered than any headline says. Understanding the full timeline changes how you see your biology. Let us walk through your body hour by hour now. 0 to 6 hours after your last meal, almost nothing shifts. Your bloodstream is still flooded with glucose from food. Insulin is elevated, actively shuttling sugar into muscles and liver. Your cells are comfortable, well-fed, and entirely at ease. The pantry is fully stocked, so no alarms are sounding. No emergency repair protocols have been activated just yet. You may not even feel hungry during this early window. The body is still processing, storing, and distributing energy freely. Between 6 and 12 hours, a quiet internal shift begins. Your liver starts burning through its stored glycogen reserves now. Glycogen is essentially your body's short-term emergency fuel tank. Insulin levels drop noticeably as blood sugar begins stabilizing. Your system begins transitioning from burning sugar to burning fat. Hormones like norepinephrine tick upward, keeping you mentally sharp. Even without incoming calories, growth hormone begins climbing steadily. This helps preserve your lean muscle tissue during the transition. Your body is clearly preparing for something more significant ahead. But the cellular cleanup crews are still waiting on standby. The conditions are forming slowly, quietly, beneath the surface. Autophagy has not truly begun, but it is stirring now. Something genuinely remarkable starts happening past the 12-hour mark. Glycogen is running critically low throughout your entire system. Insulin remains suppressed, unable to spike without incoming glucose. Deep inside your cells, something ancient starts listening carefully. Molecular sensors called AMPK and sirtuins detect resource scarcity now.
These sensors function precisely like biological emergency alarm systems. When they activate, they send a signal to every cell. Stop building new things and start repairing what already exists. Growth pathways like mTOR get dialed down almost completely now. Maintenance mode officially takes over the entire cellular operation. Your body shifts priorities from expansion towards preservation entirely. Think of a company freezing all expansion projects immediately. They redirect every resource towards fixing their existing infrastructure instead. Autophagy is beginning to stir, but not yet at full force. The real recycling machinery has not yet reached full gear. Around 16 hours without food, everything shifts into higher gear. Specialized structures called autophasomes begin forming inside your cells now. These are like tiny biological stomachs with one specific job. They engulf damaged proteins, broken enzymes, and malfunctioning mitochondria completely. Then they dissolve those damaged parts into clean, reusable material. Inflammation markers inside your body begin dropping at this stage. Antioxidant defenses ramp up significantly across every major system. Your brain may feel unusually, almost surprisingly clear right now. Blood sugar has stabilized into a smooth, consistent energy source. Your body is also producing a compound called BDNF now. Brain-derived neurotrophic factor focuses on focus, memory, and sharp learning. Many people experience unexpected mental clarity during this fasting window. This is the stage a standard 16-8 intermittent fast reaches. Millions of people are tapping into mild autophagy every single day. It's real, measurable, and it accumulates beautifully over time. But the deeper transformation your body is capable of requires patience. You have to go further to reach the most powerful stage. At 24 hours, your body enters what researchers call the repair zone. Glycogen is essentially depleted across your entire biological system. Fat metabolism is now fully dominant and running at capacity. A specialized form of autophagy called mitophagy becomes highly active. It specifically targets damaged mitochondria, your cell's energy-producing factories. When mitochondria malfunction, they leak harmful molecules into the cell. These harmful molecules accelerate aging and fuel chronic inflammatory disease. Clearing them out is profoundly significant for your long-term health. Studies also show immune regeneration beginning around this 24-hour window. Old, worn-out white blood cells get recycled and replaced now. Fresh, newly created immune cells begin entering your body's circulation. It's a genuine biological reset happening entirely beneath the surface. Most people go their entire lives without ever experiencing this. They eat constantly, never giving their cells a chance to clean. The machinery exists, ready and waiting, but it never gets triggered. 24 hours gives it permission to finally do its deepest work. Extending the fast to around 36 hours pushes autophagy towards peak intensity. Research in cell biology points to this window as remarkable. Cellular recycling operates at maximum efficiency during this specific period. Before this point, autophagy is strong but still building momentum. After this point, without medical supervision, risks begin to outweigh benefits. Cortisol levels begin rising aggressively as the body senses prolonged deprivation. Muscle breakdown accelerates in ways that undermine the entire purpose. Hunger hormones spike with an intensity that becomes difficult to manage. The body stops performing strategic repairs and starts cannibalizing healthy tissue. It's no longer cleaning house, it's dismantling the house. There's a profoundly important difference between fasting and true starvation. Fasting is voluntary, time-limited, and specifically designed to trigger repair protocols. Starvation is prolonged deprivation where critical biological systems begin to collapse. One builds cellular resilience, the other systematically and dangerously destroys it. The line between these two states is thinner than most realize. Respecting that line is what separates a smart practice from harm. No supplement, no influencer, and no trending biohack is worth crossing it. Your body has clear boundaries, and wisdom means honoring them completely. What makes this science even more fascinating is the broader picture. Fasting is not the only pathway into these powerful cellular states. There are other doors, and some of them are surprisingly accessible. Intense exercise temporarily depletes glycogen and triggers AMPK at the cellular level. It mimics a fasting state without requiring you to skip meals entirely. Your cells are entering a light version of the same repair mode. Polyphenols found in green tea activate those same energy-sensing cellular pathways. Turmeric contains curcumin, which has demonstrated autophagy-activating properties in research.
Certain berries carry compounds that nudge these same biological systems gently. You are not going to replace a 24-hour fast with green tea, but these compounds create a supportive internal environment that matters over time. Deep, consistent sleep gives your body uninterrupted hours for cellular maintenance. Most of the repair work your body does happens while you sleep. Cutting your sleep short is cutting your cellular repair window short too. The two are not separate, they are deeply intertwined biological processes. Even moderate calorie restriction without full fasting nudges autophagy into low activity. Your daily habits are either building towards cellular health or away from it. Every meal, every rest, every workout either supports or undermines this system. The power is not in any single dramatic intervention or extended fast. It is in the accumulated intelligence of how you live every day. Now let us bring all of this science into something practical and clear. Most researchers agree meaningful autophagy begins between 16 and 36 hours. That is the window where the cellular transformation is real and measurable. A daily 16-8 routine keeps your cells regularly maintained and clean. You eat within an 8-hour window and fast for 16 hours. Practiced consistently over weeks and months, the cumulative impact is significant. Your cells never get a chance to become cluttered with debris. The recycling machinery stays active and efficient rather than dormant and sluggish. For a deeper level of repair, an occasional 24-hour fast helps enormously, once or twice a month, depending on your health and experience level. This is not an extreme practice, it's a deliberate, conscious reset. Your immune system regenerates, mitochondria get cleared, and inflammation drops measurably. Many people report feeling profoundly lighter and clearer after this single day, not from deprivation, from the remarkable efficiency of your own biology at work. For those who are experienced, medically cleared, and carefully supported, 36 hours exist. This is the deepest level of cellular renewal most people can safely access. It should not be approached casually, impulsively, or without proper preparation first, but for those who do it correctly, it represents something genuinely extraordinary, a full cellular reboot driven not by drugs or technology, but by biology itself. The real power, though, is never found in any single dramatic fast. It lives in the rhythm, the consistent, patient, intelligent cycling of states. The more regularly your body enters and exits this repair state, the better. It becomes more efficient at protecting itself from the damage of everyday life. It clears cellular debris before it accumulates into something harder to reverse. It renews from within, quietly and continuously, as long as you support it. Your biology was designed for this kind of intelligent, rhythmic cycling. Feast and fast, build and repair, grow and restore. That's the design. Modern life broke this ancient rhythm by making food available at every moment. We eat from the moment we wake to the moment we sleep. The body never gets the signal to switch into repair and maintenance mode. Autophagy never activates because fuel is always arriving before glycogen can deplete. The result is cells that slowly accumulate damage without ever truly clearing it. Proteins misfold, mitochondria malfunction, inflammation builds, and aging accelerates quietly.
We call it aging or chronic disease or decline, but part of it is clog, cellular clog that was never given the space and time to clear. The most elegant thing about this science is how accessible the solution is. You don't need a prescription, a clinic, or an expensive protocol. You need time, intention, and the willingness to respect your own biology. 16 hours of fasting costs nothing but a delayed breakfast each morning. The return on that investment, practiced over years, is extraordinary and compounding. Every time your cells enter repair mode, they come back slightly sharper, slightly cleaner, slightly more efficient, slightly more resilient than they were before. That compounding effect is what longevity researchers are genuinely excited about. Not any single dramatic intervention, but the steady accumulation of repair cycles. Think about what is happening inside you right now as you read this. Trillions of cells processing, signaling, wearing down, and waiting to be renewed. The machinery is there, ready, ancient, and extraordinarily capable of healing. All it needs is the signal, a window of stillness and time. The next time hunger arrives and your hand reaches for a snack, pause. Not to suffer, not to deprive yourself, not to punish your body, but to listen, because that discomfort might be your cells gearing up, getting ready to do something remarkable that only biology can do, to dissolve what is broken, recycle what is damaged, and rebuild what matters. Autophagy is not a trend, a diet hack, or a biohacking buzzword. It is one of the oldest survival tools your body has ever possessed, and it has been waiting patiently for you to finally give it permission.